Well, good morning, guys. It is Land Cruiser day. We are at the airport right now, but we are on our way to Raleigh, North Carolina, see Toyota Jeff, and then go get our Land Cruiser. Dang, and here comes my ride. Check this one out. 1794 edition, lifted, bigger tires.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Uber Jeff, how are you? Oh, cute Stanley.
It's me, Uber Jeff.
So we're pulling into Jeff's Fred Anderson Toyota, and they got a whole barbecue thing going on right now.
Yeah, it's Memorial Day celebration, and we've got what's more American than the Tundra 1794 limited edition, right?
And hot dogs and hamburgers. And we just had some good lunch and just taking a look at some of the vehicles they have. So guys, if you're in the market for a Tundra, as you guys have noticed, a lot of them are reduced price. So at Jeff's dealership, we got $4,500 off of the Tundras, and even some of the lesser popular versions of Tacomas like the SR and the SR5s and stuff, they already have, was that $2,500 off now on Tacomas. So I'm sure your guys' dealerships will be kind of the same as these ones, but like we have a Sport here, another SR or SR5, and then even the 4Runners making way for some of the new ones are upwards of $3,500 off. So if you want a deal, now is definitely the time to start getting deals on a Toyota. Jeff, what do you think about bronze oxide?
I was just saying, I think it's a super tough color, and it looks fantastic with the contrast. I love the matte black TRD wheels with it. It just looks like something that probably won't show dirt a lot either. So it
no, for
ready to
sure.
go for the long haul.
I wouldn't need to wash this one at all. I like how it's kind of silvery too. So it's bronze color, some green to it, and also some silver too.
Yeah, I think if somebody said what color would be synonymous or known for with the, we'll open that soon, with the TRD off-road, I'd go solar octane or bronze oxide.
Oh yeah, and then we have a 1,000,000-mile Tacoma over there. This is the famous one that you've been doing.
Yeah, this one has well over 1,000,000 miles on it. Even had a sign made. 1.6 million miles. The owner drove it himself. He drove over 100,000 miles.
Holy smokes.
Per year, delivering cancer testing equipment like nuclear medicine for cancer patients. So
very awesome.
He took it very seriously. I've seen it, actually, articles about it in different languages. Like you see it in languages that I don't even understand. You see that they're doing it, and you'll just see 1.5 million Tacoma, and then a lot of other characters that I don't recognize. I don't know what the article's about, but I could guess.
Well, look at Jeff's office, guys. Dang.
Yeah. How about that?
All right, so I'm waiting for my other car, and then gonna be heading to Danville Toyota to pick up the Land Cruiser. And there it is, guys, at Danville Toyota. There's the Land Cruiser right out front. Well, the paperwork is signed, the down payment has been placed. Huge shout out to Danville Toyota. If that name sounds familiar, guys, it's because this was the dealership up in Virginia that we were going to get the solar octane Tacoma from. However, you guys can see they have a few Tacomas here on the lot. That one didn't show up until about 3 to 4 weeks ago. It was waiting on a sway bar disconnect, so I decided to go another route, but they kept the relationship going. And then when they had this first edition Land Cruiser come in the Heritage Blue, which I wanted, it was meant to be. So we got to finalize that relationship that we started basically with that old Tacoma and completed it with this Land Cruiser. But this dealership, guys, they are an MSRP and below dealership. So I did get the Land Cruiser at MSRP, which I will reveal to you guys, all that broken down in a future video. But for now, we are about to hop in this thing and drive 707 miles home. I love this blue color. We got it tripped out right here. Definitely not gonna drive all night, but we have 10 hours and 30 minutes. But yeah, we're gonna see how far we make it tonight. So if you're looking for something like a Tacoma or a Tundra, they got a bronze oxide one here. You guys, you can pick them up. They also have lifetime warranties on all of their vehicles as long as you're the owner. Lifetime powertrain warranty. So if you're worried about a 4-cylinder Tacoma or something like that, hey, they got you covered with a lifetime warranty. All right, so on the steering wheel right here, I'm gonna go ahead and press and hold the OK button and customize our gauges. So we're gonna get rid of our tank average or our total average, but we'll just do the trip average as well. And we're just gonna reset all that down to 0. Now you guys will see that the Land Cruiser does have 552 miles on it. So this was briefly a demo vehicle for about 300 miles or so, and then the dealership had it driven here, which is about 200-ish miles or so. I'm totally fine with that. They said, John, are you okay if it has some mileage on it? And I was like, I am okay that it has some mileage on it because I'm about to drive it 707 miles home. So this thing was gonna have close to 1,000 miles on it anyways. They broke it in a little bit. Now we're gonna drive it all the way home. Well, the phone messed up, but...
Welcome to North Carolina.
Thank you, Toyota. There we go. So we are back in North Carolina, and man, it is green up here. It is very, very nice. Very historical, too, with a lot of buildings that I've been seeing lately. You guys see the HUD right there? So, guys, we are about 100 miles into the journey, as we can see right here. Cruising around 70 to 75. Our average right now, 23.9 miles per gallon. Have covered about 101 miles, and what I've noticed so far with this vehicle is that I wish it had acoustic glass. Now I have that in my Tacoma, and I think with this vehicle being so tall and with the mirrors being so large, it would really benefit from having some sort of thick laminate or acoustic glass. Not that the wind noise is horrible, like take a listen at 77 miles an hour. It's not bad, but like when cars pass and stuff with my Tacoma, I barely hear cars pass just because the glass is so thick, which that's one thing that I've really enjoyed about that truck. The seating position in this is awesome. I feel like the king of the road, and like this seat is pretty much as low as it goes down, and I just feel like I'm on top of everything. Another thing too is just all the padding. So I like to rest my knees on padding and stuff, and this has the padding, which is really nice. Another thing too is you just heard it ding. The truck has yelled at me quite a bit to pay attention to the road, which I have been paying attention to the road, and then it also yells at you to like sit up, which I am sitting up. So definitely gonna turn those settings off. I'll show you guys once I stop how to do that. And we've entered South Carolina. The HUD has actually been pretty informational and pretty cool, and the vehicle is now at 25 miles per gallon now. And the sun has set, so a little headlight check with our round headlights. We're gonna go ahead and turn on our fogs now, so you can see the fogs off and then back on. And then if I press this button right here for the fogs, it turns them amber. So we got amber light, back to white light, amber light, back to white light. And then we'll go ahead and turn the fogs off. Pretty good lights, honestly, if you ask me. Well, good morning, beautiful. Made it to the outskirts of Alabama last night, and I just realized that I messed this up earlier. So this was just the drive info. It was at like 340 miles, and we averaged 24.2 miles per gallon. And now I say I messed it up because I wanted to show you guys the actual mileage like I got versus what the tank said, because when we were at the dealership, I believe the tank said like 304 miles of range. And I've noticed this on my Tacoma is that like if you get better gas mileage and the truck starts to compute itself a little bit better as you're driving, it goes up. So it was about 340 to 350 when I pulled into this hotel. It's saying I have 21 miles left of range on this tank before it hits the reserve, which I think is like close to 2 gallons on this Land Cruiser. But that means like we're getting close to like 365 to 375 miles on this tank, which is pretty cool. But we are going to fill it up at a gas station now, and we are going to reset the trip and also the total average to get a proper tank to tank or pump to pump calculation versus just the computer to see kind of how off it is. But first day driving the Land Cruiser, I liked all the soft padding, like I said, when I rest my knees and stuff on it. The seat was very comfortable. Heated seats worked well. Heated steering wheel worked well. And I was literally in this thing for like 5.5 hours straight. I realized as I pulled into the hotel that I never pulled over to like go pee or stop or fill up with gas or anything. I just bonsai'd for 5.5 hours. And it was actually really comfortable. The one thing that is kind of weird though is the volume control up here. I do wish that maybe it was like right here in the center or up top or something. I'm not sure if this is because this is an international vehicle, but I feel like the hazards may have been able to go somewhere else, like down here, a little bit easily available, and then maybe the volume knob just right there in the center, because I keep wanting to press the button right here to start the vehicle, but it's down here because the Tacoma's up here, Tundra's down there. I guess it's just first world problems, I guess. I don't know. So we pulled up to the Quick Trip, and there's been a lot of stuff going around the Facebook pages saying that premium gas is required. So I've been looking through the whole owner's manual. It says for fueling requirements, go to page 640. So I did that. You must only use unleaded gasoline, Select premium unleaded gas with an octane level of 91 or higher for optimal engine performance. At a minimum, the gasoline you should choose to put into your Land Cruiser should meet that spec. So I looked up what the heck that meant. Basically, that means the bare minimum spec of like US standard for gasoline. So in my area, that's 87. I mean, per the internet. So I'm going to open up the gas cap, see if this thing says premium required. Because in all fairness, this thing may have just had normal unleaded gas in it because someone else put 600 miles on this before, 500 miles, whatever. So I'm gonna look at the gas cap. And I forgot, since this is a hybrid, we have to press the button to open up the gas cap. And premium unleaded fuel only. So on the door, they put a sticker here. On the cap, it says nothing. I haven't seen that on some of the other people's stuff. So I wonder if that's a new thing. So for now, I think we're just gonna put premium in this until I hear anything else extra. I'm gonna ask some of my engineering people why this is a thing for the Land Cruiser, but for now, it kind of stinks because that's a whole freaking 60 cents more expensive. And 57 bucks. Still better than California prices. And I don't typically do this, but I am running on very, very low sleep. So we're gonna try out the cool box. I'm not gonna drink both. It was just 2 for $5. Deal. Ooh, that's loud. Kind of can't hear it. All right, so we'll see how those go. But I said I was going to show you guys this. So we have the truck on right now. Going to hold the OK button. We're going to go down to settings, go into OK. And then all the way down at the bottom, there's this vehicle settings button. I guess I have to hold OK again. And DMC recording, we're going to turn this off, which I believe is the little screen thing. And I think that's it. Rear seat reminder, I don't need that. Driver monitor settings. Driver monitor alert. No, you're gone. I don't need you. We're also gonna go over here. We're gonna reset the average fuel. And then I'm gonna go this to the actual trip because I thought that was on trip last time. And we need to change it to trip. There's so many settings in here, and even if you go further right, guys, there's even more that you can add, which is pretty ridiculous. And then you could have like 3 separate screens too. Oh, trip A right there. Okay, so set and hold that. So we're at 0 and everything. The nice thing is that waiting at lights, the vehicle is in EV mode. And there also was sometimes while driving while it was in EV mode as well. But I'm not gonna hyper mileage it. It looks like we're actually gonna get some rain and stuff, so we'll just see how the vehicle does and just the difference between the computer and what the actual mileage is. All right, so it's pouring rain, and check out the windshield, like with the water just funneling down it. Since it's such like a vertically raked windshield, it's ridiculous, but the traffic's pretty bad, and I definitely need to clean this windshield because the dirt and hard water that's just sat on it from the port is like very hard to see everything. Look at this thing just funneling down, holy crap. The nice thing though about being in traffic with kind of like a hybrid setup is that we're just putting along in EV mode, and if I give it a little bit of gas, you see the RPM gauge right there fire back up? So that's because That's because it turned the vehicle on and now the vehicle's back off. And a little update, we've been driving for almost 5 hours now since we filled up with gas. I finished a Monster, but I want to see how cold this guy is. And holy smokes, it is very cold. We can shut that off now because the testing is done, but that thing was very cold. We're now in Florida, so fireworks right in Alabama. I think we're legal in Florida for fireworks, but I think it's only during the holidays. Thank you, Toyota. I think it's only during the holidays and stuff that they're legal in Florida. But we're here, all the palm trees and everything. The Land Cruiser has finally made it home to Florida. So we made it to the gas station, but before I got here, guys, I swung by Toyota Fort Walton Beach because there was a subscriber there, Henry, and his father was purchasing a brand new 24 Tacoma Tier D off-road. Apparently, Henry convinced him to buy that truck because he enjoys watching my videos, and it was very cool to surprise him on my way down from Virginia. I swung in there to see him and say what's up, but now let's go ahead and do some calculations. The Land Cruiser is reading 24.1 miles per gallon of a total of 345.4 miles. And we filled up 14.49 gallons, and gas here in Florida, we're at $3.48 for premium. All right, so if we do 345.4 divided by 14.493 equals 23.83. So this says 23.83, and the vehicle is actually reading a little bit higher at 24.1. So a difference of 0.3. And when I remember doing this in my Tacoma, I think that that was off 0.3 as well. So the Land Cruiser is actually getting, at least on that stretch of 345 miles, it's getting 0.3 mpg less than what the computer is reading. But let's get this thing home and get my wife's opinion on her new real estate whip / also my YouTube stuff. But we all know she's gonna drive it. Well, Land Cruiser, welcome home to the bay, the Gulf, and the traffic, baby. That water looks pretty freaking nice today. It is 88 degrees.
You weren't out here when I got here.
You didn't call me.
Yes, I did.
Oh.
And I texted you. Oh my God. Is it unlocked?
Nope.
Why? I'm so excited. It has that new car smell.
You're so short, dude. I think that needs to be set up to the memory seats or whatever, because it keeps beeping.
Yeah, do you have this thing? Did you figure this out there?
Yeah, it's a lever in the middle.
Aha! Now I can reach.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that you would park them next to each other when you were coming in so we could see them. No, it's fine. We'll do it later. But the Cavalry blue looks a bit more blue and this looks a bit darker, huh?
Yeah.
Or grayer, I should say,
this
not darker.
This reminds me of your Silverado that you had.
Oh, yeah, huh? I don't think it has the kick, but it is an automatic hatch.
It's actually bigger than I thought it was going to be. Holy crap. Especially just like taking the 4Runner just now to the townhouse. Like, this is a lot bigger than I
need to ask them. They got me a little care package.
So cute.
I need to ask them if they still have the carpets, because it came with the all-weather floor mats. But I feel like it should have come with carpet too, and the carpet's not back here, so I need to.
Or is that a cover? Is that the cover for up here?
Yeah, I think so, actually. And then they were awesome. Since it was a demo vehicle, they didn't put this up front, so that's good, because Florida doesn't need that, so there's no ugly holes in the front of the bumper.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, they gave me this.
Do you want to see if the dogs fit in here?
No,
the new
not
dog
yet.
mobile?
No.
Up. Remy, up. Remy, come here. Come here. Sit.
Good dogs.
Sit inside there. I mean, this is a lot lower than the middle.
Yeah, and the 4Runner, if it comes down to like right here, just poke his head out.
He won't like the 4Runner. Does the back window roll down? Oh, it doesn't? It doesn't?
I think it's actual leather. I don't think that these seats are Softex. I believe they're actual leather.
That's why
if I remember. Yeah. Well, yeah, and they're super comfortable too to sit in. Blows good air. Like it's, I mean,
does it?
For a 4-cylinder engine, like I almost had to turn it off because I was like too cold. Yeah. Oh, oops. Oh, contraband. Is it still cold, dude? I bought it this morning.
Those are too big.
What?
Way too big.
Not even.
Way too big.
Dude. Stay. No.
The machine looks good on this.
Yeah.
It didn't look good on the Tacoma.
On the Tundra.
On the Tundra.
On the Tundi.
Whatever you had it on, it didn't look good. But the machine looks good on.
Yeah, it looks the part. Oh. First mod coming.
No.
All right. I had to have her back out the 4Runner. I couldn't. There will be comparison videos, but I couldn't leave you guys. Man, what the heck is? Couldn't leave you guys hanging. Dang. All right. So the Cav Blue is definitely more blue, and the Heritage definitely more gray. Okay. Cav Blue is definitely blue.
Yeah.
And Heritage is definitely a bit more gray. I was interested to see how that, because like looking at the Heritage Blue just by myself, I was like, this looks like Cav Blue. But now seeing it next to it, it's.
I think when you think of Cav Blue, when you're not in front of it, that's what people think.
Yeah.
It's like.
Mm-hmm.
But then this is actually the Cav Blue.
Man, I kind of like the Cavalry Blue more.
Do you?
Yeah.
I like the Heritage more.
What? Where I was fighting words. Can't freaking go against the OG.
I've never seen Heritage in person. That's a color you've loved.
Well, I've seen it on FJ Cruisers, and I could never tell if it was Heritage or Cav because I never saw them side by side. But now seeing them side by side,
though, in person,
it's like on a 2014 Trail Teams, I think. But man, I don't know. This is a good photo right here, though. All right, we'll put the worthy one back in the garage.
The worthy one.
Yeah.
Okay, let me.
No, put old girl back in the garage. I will be making room for both of them to go in the garage. This thing is too expensive to not put in the garage.